Hello there, world. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Joe, a licensed certified public accountant with over 10 years' experience in corporate and public accounting. I have an extensive background in accounting, audits, and taxes, and I'm all about helping you take control of your money and live smarter. So today, we're talking about something that sounds kind of complicated, but really isn't once you break it down. How does charitable contribution affect your taxes? Whether you're giving money to a church, donating clothes, or supporting your favorite charity, your generosity can actually help reduce your tax bill. You don't need to be a tax expert to understand this. I've got you. Let's keep it simple. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Check the blog site where we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's start with the basics. What is a charitable contribution? First, not every donation counts for a tax break. To get the deduction, you have to give to a qualified organization. Let's take a look at what this can be. Qualified organizations are those that are registered charities like 501c3s. And when we say registered, we mean they're recognized by the IRS as a nonprofit. Churches, synagogues, and mosques, schools and hospitals, and even some foundations. What doesn't count? Giving money to a friend in need, donating to a GoFundMe for someone's pet, buying raffle tickets, even if it's for a cause. And what is not pictured is if you give to someone that is unfortunately homeless, that does not count as a charitable contribution in the eyes of the IRS. If you're not sure, you can check if a group is qualified charity on the IRS's website. How charitable givings help you at tax time? Okay, here's the big question. How does this actually lower your taxes? It works through something called a tax deduction. That means that the IRS lets you subtract the amount you gave to charity from your income, so you pay less taxes. We did a video a few weeks ago on tax credits versus tax deduction. Just to quickly go over what a tax deduction is. A tax deduction is a deduction they're allowed to take to reduce your taxable income, which could lower you into a lower tax bracket, which you will ultimately pay less taxes. This is what a charitable deduction does. It is a deduction that helps to lower your taxable income. There are three ways in which you can give to and recognize a charitable contribution. One is through a cash donation, such as checks, credit cards, PayPal. Another one is through non cash items, where you give an item to an organization such as the Goodwill or the Habitat for Humanity places for things like clothes, furniture, old electronics. And then the third is mileage, if you drive for a charity, such as delivering meals. So, for example, let's say you earned $50,000 in income and you gave a charitable donation of $1,000. This could possibly lower your taxable income to $49,000. That's what a tax deduction and a charitable donation can do. So, what's the catch? The catch is you have to itemize your deductions, and most people don't itemize. Let's talk about this really quickly because it matters. The IRS gives everyone a standard deduction, and in 2024, the standard deduction rates were 14,600 for single filers and those married filing separate, 21,900 for head of household, 29,200 for those that are married couples filing jointly. So if all of your deductible itemized expenses, including charitable donations, are less than that number, you probably just take the standard deduction. And remember, these numbers will be adjusted upward due to inflation. That means that your donation is still amazing, but it won't reduce your taxes. Generally, you can deduct up to 60% of your income in charitable donations, but they have to be gifts, cash gifts to a public charity. This percentage will change and be lower for those non cash donations or donations made to a private foundation. The bottom line here is unless you give a lot or have a big deduction like mortgage interest or medical expenses, you might not get a tax break for your donations. There are limitations on how much you can deduct, but don't stress. Most people don't hit them. Like I said earlier, you can deduct up to 60% of your income towards cash donations toward a public charity. That number goes down for non cash donations and those for private foundations. So, for example, if you made $40,000, you can deduct up to $24,000 in cash con- charitable contributions. So if you're donating $1,000 on a $50,000 income, you're totally fine. And remember, if you do itemize your taxes, here's what you can deduct as far as a charitable contribution: cash donations such as checks, credit cards, and PayPal, non cash items like clothes and furniture, and mileage if you drive for a charity like delivering meals. Here's a few tips to remember: only donate to IRS approved charities count towards a charitable contribution. Always, always, always get a receipt. Even for small donations, the IRS can always come back and ask for proof. So make sure you're keeping good records and your receipts. You need to itemize your deductions in order to take a charitable contribution to receive that benefit. You can deduct cash or goods, but not your time. And if you want to see if your favorite charity qualifies, you can use the IRS tax exempt organization search to check. Oh, what's the bottom line? Let's recap everything in plain English. Giving to a qualified charity can lower your taxes, but only if you take the itemized deduction. If you take the standard deduction, your donation may not change your tax bill, but it does still do good in the world. Always get a receipt. You don't need to donate thousands, just give what you feel is right for you. At the end of the day, giving to charity is a personal decision. The tax break is just a bonus, not the reason to do it. But if you're already given or think about starting, now you know how it fits into your tax picture. Give smart, give from the heart. If this video helped you make taxes a little less confusing, give it a like and hit the subscribe for more real life to money tips. And let me know in the comments, do you usually give to charity? And did you know about the tax benefits? I'll see you next week where we'll uncover how taxes work for married couples. If this video helped you out a lot, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check us back out for more videos. Don't forget to check out our blog site where we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.